I am making a very delicious cookies, peanut butter cookies, as we call it, polvorones de cacahuate. I know that you and your family will love and will enjoy, especially with this cold weather. They're perfect for the morning, perfect for the evening. But first things first, my apron is on, my hands are clean, and I am ready to show you my ingredients. My ingredients. I have some lard, peanut butter, 1 egg, cinnamon, a pinch of salt, all-purpose flour, sugar, vanilla, and cookie cutters. You could choose the one that you will like. But I am so ready to start with this recipe. So let's get started. I am ready to start with my batter. I'm going to start with the vegetable shortening. We're going to add it and we're going to mix it for about 3 minutes to 4 minutes until it's nice and fluffy. This is a very important step because the cookies will come out perfect if you let the shortening get nice and fluffy. Once it's nice and mixed, we're going to add our granulated sugar. We're going to add our vanilla extract. And we're going to mix until it incorporates completely for another 2 to 3 minutes. We want to make sure that everything is nice and fluffy, nice and incorporated before we add our eggs. It takes time, but these cookies come out so delicious. Right now, I'm adding an egg, room temperature, and I'm adding my peanut butter. And we're going to mix it one more time until it incorporates completely. Everything is nice and fluffy. Everything is nice and incorporated. It takes a little bit of time, my friends, but this is a very important step. If you don't do it this way, the cookies are going to be very crumbly and it's not going to have a nice texture. The other thing I like to do when I add my flour, I try to make sure that everything is incorporated. As you could see, everything is nice and fluffy. You don't see any granules of sugar. You don't see any pieces of peanut butter. Everything is completely nice and creamy. What I'm going to do at this moment, I'm going to sift my all-purpose flour. I have 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm going to add my ½ teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to sift everything. Every time I do cookies or I do cakes, I like to sift my flour. As you can see, there's a little granule there. If you can take it off with your fingertips and it's still there, then avoid. Don't add it to the mixture. Once you have put everything through the sifter, now it's time to incorporate it completely. Slowly, it's going to incorporate. Just make sure that you clean the sides of your bowl, that there is no flour sticking. As you can see, now it's becoming a dough. It's completely separating from the walls of the dish. Right now, I am ready to start taking my dough out, but I want to show it to you. It's kind of sticky. It's not hard. It's very soft, nice and manageable. This is how it should look and it should feel. Nice and tender. My table is completely clean. My hands are clean. I am adding a little bit of all-purpose flour. You only need just a little bit. You don't want to add too much or your cookies will be crumbly. And that's what you don't want. At this moment, I'm adding all my dough with my hands. I like to flip it so there's a little bit of flour on the top and on the bottom. So when I start rolling my dough, it doesn't stick to my rolling pin. I'm adding a little bit of flour and I'm ready to roll it out. I like to roll it out for about 1 inch. You could do it a little thicker, but I do not recommend to do it so thin because when you're making your cookies, they could break so easily. So I always try to just roll my dough to 1 inch, 1.5 inches. I always try to give you 2 options with your cookies. I have 2 different kinds of cookie cutters. I'm going to add just a little bit of flour so I could put my cookie cutter on the top and then start cutting my dough. Every time I put it on the dough, I make sure that I put it on top of the flour so it doesn't stick when I'm pushing it inside my dough. You see how easily it goes in and it comes out really nice. These cookies are really gonna come out so beautiful. And try not to throw your dough away. If you have a little bit left over, well then just roll it back up and roll it out and then continue doing it. Right now, as you can see, they're 1 inch. And I'm gonna put it closer to the camera so you can see how it looks. I have my baking dish here already lined with parchment paper, and I'm going to just lay my flowers right on top. Look how thick they are. They're 1 inch. That's a perfect size. They will not break that easily when you're taking them out of the oven, and they'll be nice and beautiful. I'm going to continue, and then I'll show you when I'm done. I'm rolling back my dough and I'm going to start making my little hearts. I don't like to throw my dough away. And then we're ready to roll one more time. Do it slowly, take your time, and these cookies come out so delicious. We're going to roll just a little more. Make sure that you put flour on your rolling pin or else it's going to be sticking. Your dough is going to stick to your rolling pin. The same thing I'm going to do. I'm going to put it through the flour and then start making my hearts. Look how beautiful they look. They're about 1 inch thick. Look how beautiful the heart looks, my friends. Okay, I'm going to continue taking my hearts off, and then I'll see you back when this is completely done. But look how beautiful they look. My friends, I am done with the cookies. I have turned my oven on to 350 Fahrenheit and I am ready to put them in there for 10 to 12 minutes, no more than that. So let me put them in and I'll show you when I'm taking them out. I have a plate here. I am going to add half a cup of granulated sugar and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. I'm going to mix completely. I'm preparing this and this is done. Look how this looks. I am ready for my cookies. I am taking the cookies out of the oven. They were in the oven for exactly 12 minutes. They are nice and brown, and I am ready to start adding the sugar with the cinnamon. My cookies are nice and warm. I'm adding the sugar and the cinnamon. You want to add the sugar and the cinnamon while the cookie is still warm, so the sugar and the cinnamon will stick to the cookie. If you do this step when the cookie is completely cold, it's not going to, the sugar and the cinnamon is not going to stick to the cookie. That's why I like to do it while the cookie's still nice and warm. Look how beautiful they look. And they taste, of course, delicious. I gave you 2 options. The flour looks so nice. Look at it. As you could see, I have one that is just a circle. And I'll show it to you right now because that was the last of the dough that I was doing. And I said, I'm not going to throw it away because these cookies come out so delicious that you don't want to throw any dough out. This is the circle that I was telling you about. Okay, this is done. I wanted to show you from close up so you could see the cookie when I cut it in half. Look how delicious this looks. There's nice and hard, very crumbly, and this is exactly how it should look. With these cookies, Polvorones de cacahuate. These cookies are delicious, are very sweet. The peanut butter tastes so delicious in the polvorones. I hope that you could, my friend, do them at home for your family, especially with this cold weather in California. Well, this is the part I love, I enjoy, and I really look forward tasting my recipes. Let's see how this came out, okay? They are really nice and crunchy, so excuse me. The peanut butter, it's not overwhelming, but it tastes so delicious in the polvorones. This cookie is so easy to bake. And I know that my friends, you guys are going to love it and enjoy it as I'm enjoying it here at home. Excuse me. Delicious. My friends, if you liked and loved my recipe, please don't forget to subscribe, give me thumbs up, share my video on social media. Don't forget to push that notification bell so every time I make a new recipe, yes, you are notified. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching my video from start to end. I really do appreciate it. Before I say I see you soon, I wish you nothing but the best. Peace and love. And of course, I will stay enjoying my polvorones. Bye-bye.